Hi friends, welcome to Curie Electronics. This is the second part of VSSC 2012 Technician-B Electronics question paper solution. If you have not watched the first part, please watch it. And also please share the video with your friends and press the subscribe button, also the bell icon to get the notification of all videos. Now we'll start solving the questions. First question, 26th question. Question number 26. Decimal number 14 may be written in binary system as. We have to convert this 14 into binary number. So what do you do? We divide by 2. 7 times we will get 7 times we will get remainder 0. Again, if you divide by 2 3 times, remainder equal to 1. Again, if you divide by 2 1 time and remainder 1. Then we will go from top to bottom. So the answer is 14 to the base 10 equal to 1110 to the base 2. So the answer is option A.
Question number 27. The voltage sensitivity of a multimeter is 10 millivolt. Its internal resistance is 20 ohms. Then its current sensitivity is. Now for a voltmeter will have infinite very high value resistance. This is the voltmeter. This will be having very high value. High value resistance will be there for this. Here the value is 20 ohms. 20 ohms. Now when we convert this voltmeter to ammeter, what happens? For ammeter, the
very low, and this will be the ammeter, so that whenever we connect this ammeter in series with the circuit, there won't be any change in the current. The circuit should measure the circuit current only. So this resistance should have very low value, very low, or ideally 0, very low or 0, very low or 0. Now it has got 10 millivolt sensitivity. This voltmeter has got a sensitivity of 10 millivolt. Now we have to find what is the sensitivity of the same voltmeter if we use it as a ammeter. Now we have, so 10 millivolt divided by 20 ohms what it comes 0.5 milliamps. If you give 0.5 milliamps to this ammeter, it full deflection happens. That is the sensitivity of this ammeter, that is 0.5 milliamps. But our answer is not there. 0.5 milliamps is not there. So if you multiply 0.5 milliamps into 10 to the power 3 into 1000, we will get 500 microamps. So the answer is option C, 500 microamps. Question number 28. Dash is a volatile memory device. Volatile memory means no power, no memory. No memory. That is what? Volatile memory. The ROM, that is read-only memory. PROM means programmable read-only memory. EPROM means erasable programmable read-only memory. All these retains, this doesn't require power to store. But RAM, if power is not there, RAM can't store the data. That is the volatile memory. So computers and all, we use the RAM. Question number 29. Question number 29. A logic circuit that outputs a high whenever one of its input is high. It's not a NOT gate. NOT gate, what happens? NOT gate, if we give 1, we'll get 0. Here question is output equal to high whenever one of its input is a high. If you take OR gate, what happens? In OR gate, A and B are the two inputs. So output A, B, and output 0, 0. Both are 0 means output also 0. If it is 0, 1, output will be 1. 1, 0, output will be 1. When both of the input also 1, output is also 1. So this also okay. Now AND gate we know only when both. Okay, we'll take the AND gate also. AND gate A, B, Y. A, B, Y. 0, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0. 1, 0, 0. 1, 1. Whenever both inputs are high, we'll get output as high. Now XOR gate, we'll take it. XOR gate. XOR gate. XOR gate, we have two inputs A and B, and the output is equal to Y. Now A, B, Y. When A equal to 0 and B equal to 0, output equal to 0. In XOR gate, whenever both inputs are same, output is 0. When A equal to 0, B equal to 1, output is 1. When A equal to 1, B equal to 0, output is 1. When 1, 1, 1, it is 0. So it's this kind of question, you have to read the question properly. Okay, a logic gate circuit that outputs a high whenever one of its input is high. Whenever one of its input is high. So the answer is XOR gate. Option D. Question number 30. The material which is not a semiconductor is silicon is a semiconductor, germanium is a semiconductor, gallium arsenide is also a semiconductor. So the answer is option D, none of these. Question number 31. The fastest type of analog to digital converter, that is a parallel comparator. Parallel comparator. This is also called flash converter. Flash ADC. This is the fastest type of analog to digital converter. Question number 32. Earthing is necessary to give protection against option A, voltage fluctuation, overloading, option C, danger of electric shock, option D, high temperature of the conductors. So why we provide earthing to our fridge, our TV, our vacuum cleaner, microwave oven, various kind of option equipments to avoid shock. In television transmission, the type of modulation used for video, vestigial sideband transmission. Vestigial sideband transmission. Sideband transmission. Is used for video, and for audio, what it is used? Audio. FM is used for audio. Question number 34. In satellite communication, in a communication satellite, the telephone channels are assembled in, we always use frequency division multiplexing, so that at a time we can carry many channels. FDM, frequency division multiplexing. Question number 35. In AM modulation, the frequency which is not transmitted in AM transmission is, when you modulate a AM signal, you will get something like this. This part, see, whatever the top part, upper part and lower part is containing the same information. So we need not to transmit upper and lower part of the modulated wave. So normally what they will do, they will cut off the lower side frequency, lower side of the lower side frequency they won't transmit. Question number 36. Which of the following pulse time modulation does not exist in practice? PFM. PFM is not exist as a pulse time modulation. Question number 37. The rate of flow of charge is termed as, that is, dq by dt is termed as I. dq by dt equal to I. So the answer is current. Question number 38. In a semiconductor technology, CCD stands for charge coupled device, closed circuit device, constant current device, common collector device. That is, answer is charge coupled device. Question number 39. A 2 microfarad capacitor. A 2 microfarad capacitor Q equal to microfarad capacitor is charged by a constant 6 microamps charging current for 4 seconds. The voltage across the capacitor will be the capacitor Q equal to CV. Now here Q equal to CV. The voltage across C we have to find. We have to find V equal to Q by C. Now this 2 microfarad capacitor, okay, 2 microfarad, no, 6 microamps. What is the charge? Total charge 6 microamps has flown through for 4 seconds, which gives 24 microcoulomb. So 24 microcoulomb of charge has flown. So that is there in the capacitor. Now what is V? V equal to 24 microcoulomb divided by 2 microfarad. So it is equal to 12 volt. 12 volt. So the answer is option B, 12 volt. 12 volt. This does mean a dq by dt phi, right? See here, from this equation we can write what is dq. dq equal to I into dt. What is the I flown? That is 6 microamps. What was our time? 4 seconds. This will give Q equal to 24 microcoulomb. From here only I am taking this. So the answer is 12 volt. Question number 40. The maximum value of potential gradient in a cable occurs in conductor, insulator, outer sheath, none of these. Same way, one more question is there. The minimum value of potential gradient in a cable occurs in. So the maximum value of potential gradient in a cable occurs in the conductor. Minimum value occurs in the insulation. Okay. So the next question. Question number 41. A voltage of 100 volt is applied to a circuit of resistance 20 ohms. The power dissipated by the resistance will be. So V into I. What is V? V equal to 100 volt. R equal to 20. No. R. Okay. Now power distributed. 100 volt is applied to circuit resistance of 20 ohms. So what is I? I equal to V by R. V is 100 volt divided by R equal to 20 ohms. This is VI. Power equal to V into I. So that is 100 multiplied by 5. That is 500 watts. 500 watts. The answer is option A. So how is your preparation is going on? So daily practice is required. So all of you keep practicing. Solve as many questions as possible. Question number 42. As the frequency decreases, the inductive reactance of a circuit. What is inductive reactance? That is XL equal to 2 pi FL. This is an old question paper, but many questions are coming from this question paper. Basically, some questions are all every year 1 or 2, 3 questions. Not at least I think 2 or 3 questions are coming from the old question paper. XL equal to 2 pi FL. So when frequency increases, when F increases, frequency decreases, XL, what happened to the XL? XL decreases because it's in proportional. So the answer is when as the frequency decreases, the inductive reactance of the circuit decreases. Question number 43. What is normally rating of a transformer is expressed in transformer voltage into current or kilovolt kiloampere. kVA, it is expressed in kVA or VA. Normally it is kVA. Power rating of a transformer. Question number 44. In a transformer, the secondary turns are doubled and at the same time the primary voltage is reduced by half. Then the secondary voltage will be. So we will write what is V2 by V1. It's a relation of a transformer. N2 by N1. What is the new relation? What is the new relation? What is the new relation? New. What is the new relation? The secondary turns are doubled. That is 2N2 by N1. At the same time, primary voltage is reduced by half. Primary voltage. That is V2 divided by V1. He has made it as half of V1. Okay, now what I will do, I will cross multiply by this half to this side. So this both will get cancelled. So the answer is there is no change. It remains the same. There is no change. Question number 45. The short circuit test in a transformer is used to determine when you do short circuit, the full current will flow. Short circuit current flow in the copper winding. So it is to find the copper loss at any load. Answer is option B, copper loss at any load. That is the short circuit test. Question number 46. Internal resistance of an ammeter should be. Internal resistance of an ammeter should be. What is the internal resistance of an voltmeter should be? Voltmeter should be. It should be minimum. It should be minimum. So there is a minimum. It's almost zero. Ideally, it is zero for an voltmeter. Voltmeter. If you get just opposite of that, voltmeter. No. See, how do you know? It's not the right thing. Right one. Current. See, we'll take a current. See, we'll consider the current source. For a current source, it's not a meter current source. There will be a parallel resistance to it. So a current source should have, this meter should be infinite. This resistor should have infinite value. This is the current source. Just opposite of this is the ammeter. A current source should have infinite resistance. So just opposite of this, if you take, you will get the ammeter. That is very low value. The answer is option C, very low. Ideally should be 0. Question number 47. A CRO cannot be used for the measurement of power. CRO can measure current, frequency and voltage, but is not used for the measurement of power. Question number 49. Question number 48. The transistor configuration most suitable for impedance matching. We will use common collector for impedance matching. That is, okay, common collector for impedance matching. So friends, please subscribe the channel and please share with your friends. If you have any doubt, you can WhatsApp me or you put it in the comment section. I'll reply. Okay, now we are almost about to finish it. Question number 49. The ripple factor of a full wave rectifier is, for a full wave rectifier, it is, answer is 0.48. This is for a half wave rectifier, it is 1.21. Question number 50. Question number 50. Push-pull amplifier circuit is used as, the push-pull amplifier circuit is used in most of the cases as a power amplifier. The answer is option A, power amplifier. So the next we will solve 2016 question paper of VSSC. Next will be VSSC 2016. So thanks for watching. I hope all of you are doing well. Thank you very much.